Hi, I'm Darryl Choronzey, and before we go any farther, I want you to look over my shoulder. This is Knee Lake Lodge, and I'm being honest with you, this isn't a 5-star lodge. Let's use the term 6-star or 7-star. We're on Knee Lake. It's probably one of the finest fishing lakes anywhere in North America. It's got 60,000 acres, it's 60 miles long, it's got thousands of miles of shoreline, and I like the word choked, but it's chocked full of pike and walleye. We've been up here for 3 or 4 days now, and we're seeing a lot of corporate accounts come in and a lot of families come in, and even though this lake is just full of walleye and pike, some of the anglers are having just a little bit of problems. And what we're seeing is they really don't know the techniques of jigging and also the techniques of finding pike. So I'm gonna just go real quick. This is the tackle box I bring north. I don't bring 10,000 spoons and 10,000 body baits. When I'm after walleye, I use grubs, and usually they're plastic. Today, we're gonna show you something that's really incredible. It's not a plastic grub, it's something all new. When I wanna go for my pike, I've got my Williams wobblers and my Mep spinners. I've got a quality fishing rod. I go nowhere in the north without my Lowrance. If I'm fishing walleye, I'm fishing pike, I want my fish finder. I'm gonna put on my Polaroids and stay with us because we're going fishing.
I'm going fishing all the time, and my baby's going fishing too. Bet your life that your sweet wife can catch more fish than you. Any fish will bite if you got the right bait. Now here's a little something that I'd like to relate. With my pole and my line, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing. My baby's going fishing too.
Going Fishing with Darryl Choronzey is brought to you in part by Yamaha, when you want the best. Abu Garcia, for life. Berkeley Trilene, Canada's strongest fishing line. And by Montana's Cookhouse Saloon, fresh country cooking. Today, Choronzey is doing a little experimenting on Knee Lake. It's a big body of water located far up in the northeast corner of the province of Manitoba. It's also a lake that has a reputation as a true fish factory when it comes to catching walleye and northern pike. As we said, it's also a time for a little experimenting. Our host is trying out a line of revolutionary new baits for walleye and some old standbys for Knee's voracious northerns. Stay tuned as Choronzey and Cree Indian guide Jamie Canada go searching for excitement on the big lake called Knee.
Oh, well, I don't know whether I got a pike or a walleye here, but chances are it's a Knee Lake walleye. Let's just see what we got here. No, it's a, what do we got? We got a walleye. We got a walleye? Look at that walleye. Oh, all right, Mr. Walleye. He's got that gulp, down gulped. Nice fish. Now, typical, and I mean typical, Northern Manitoba walleye. You'll get them up to 7 and 8 pounds, but you'll get a lot of 2-pounders like this. Real quick, we just left the dock. What we're looking for is structure. We're using the fish finder a lot of times to look for underwater shoals, but you get out in the middle of the lake and you see small rock islands like this. Try and face top end of the island where the wind's coming down on it, because the wind is bringing the food down and the walleye are stacking up off the walls of these islands. And you're gonna see me in a little while. All I'm doing is casting close to shore. We're holding the boat in position, casting close to shore, and very, 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 very slowly retrieving that jig and gulp back to the boat. And I mean real slow. You just want that jig to slowly bounce off bottom. You've never seen a fish go like this. What they're doing is swimming along the bottom. Just drag it and pop it along the bottom nice and slow. We're eating fish today at shore lunch, so this fish is going into the live well. Right under the bow of the boat. I got a pike here. No, I don't. I've got a walleye here. Now again, look at how far I am from shore. I'm less than, 10 yards. And all I'm worried about doing is getting this jig. I'm worried about getting my fingers nailed. All I'm worried about doing is getting this jig with the gulp attached, and we're gonna talk about the gulp in a minute, on the bottom, cast towards shore, bring it back to the boat nice and slow, and I mean nice and slow. And again, the most important thing to remember about jig fishing is slow. Don't cast it out and retrieve it real fast. Cast it out, bring it back as slow as possible. On a jig, the hooks are upturned, so you shouldn't be snagging bottom most of the time. You will the odd time, but allow that jig just to bounce slow across bottom. Walleye don't want to chase a real fast bait. Keep it nice and slow.
Berkeley's Gulp is the next generation of artificial baits, and they're here today. They are composed primarily of water instead of plastisol, resulting in biodegradable baits that offer a whole new level of attraction to game fish. Gulp has the look and feel of live bait and releases power bait attractants that attract fish 400 times faster than petroleum-based plastic baits. Available in 10 distinct colors and shapes that include the turtleback worm, the minnow worm, the night crawler, and the minnow grub. There's a shape and color for just about every fish that swims.
Now, either these baits are the best thing since sliced bread, or my guide's putting me on top of these fish because I can't seem to keep these away from the walleye. And if this is a walleye, it's a big walleye, maybe a northern pike. But that's a strong fish. Come on, Mr. Walleye. That is a nice walleye. And again, before I land the fish, we played with 4 different colors of Gulp here, and we've caught fish on every one. Now that is a nice fish. I think that fish is just a little too big to keep. You get up to Knee Lake and you can expect phenomenal fishing. And again, big teeth. Again, we've only been out here 15, well, I'd say 20 minutes. That's a nice walleye, nice Knee Lake walleye. But we've got some people up here that aren't regularly catching fish. And the deal is, I'm gonna let him go. Don't bop your jig up and down across the bottom 3 feet high. Cast it in close to shore, drag it out real slow, and just slowly twitch the wrist. And I think the camera's gonna get me. I do it a little different. I'll twitch, and when I get to this position, that's when I start winding back to bring in the slack line to keep the line tight all the time, and just slowly twitch the lure back to your boat. Polymer-based lures. Take a bite of Gulp, buddy. And again, I'm gonna say this over and over. Slow, slow, slow. Cast ashore, retrieve real slow, and the walleye are gonna come and pick up your bait. Okay, Mr. Walleye. Now that's the smallest one of the day. And again, even this fish is a respectable fish. It's a dandy eating fish is what it is. Nice walleye. Remember the color, what we were talking about? Pike feed on walleye, okay? We've got a gold colored walleye here. This is what the pike are feeding on in this lake. So it's almost like matching your hatch. When we get out there and we start throwing spoons and spinners to Mr. Pike, we want that gold bronze blade out there. And my creed guide behind my cameraman's going, he wants one more in the live well for shore lunch? Okay, buddy. I'm getting this signal back here from him. While I'm back here, the Gulps are all new. We got the first packages into Canada. They were sent up to my office about, I think about a week ago. We hadn't seen Gulp yet. It hadn't arrived in Canada. And just looking at the baits, I'm a little surprised. We've got a white, we've got a chartreuse, we've got a hot pink, we've got a hot orange, we've got a hot red, and then we've got pumpkin seed. If you really know your walleye baits, and we've always understood that the tail usually curls down, on these baits, they've got a minnow-designed head, but if you see, the tail curls up. And more important, forget the shape, they're not petroleum-based. They're biodegradable. I'm gonna make one more cast up here, and then I'm gonna get my Cree guide to take me for some big pike, right, buddy? And shore lunch.
Going fishing returns in a moment.
We were just heading for the gravel, and I was about to tell Jamie, get me off the sandbar, right? And as my bully come across the sand, wham! This is just phenomenal pike fishing. Now this pike may be a little bigger. He hasn't even really started to run yet, and I haven't seen him, but this may be a nice pike. Again, this sandbar is right here. You can see the weed in here, and I don't want them in there. But this goat, nice fish. Jamie, I'm gonna let you reach over for that. How's that? I don't feel like getting off the casting deck. I think about 36, eh?
Probably 35, 36.
Let me see that fish. Now, and I'm not gonna hurt him with the gills. They got good backbones on him here. But again, not, you know, and that's still not a trophy. Trophy's 40 inches up here, but that's, I don't know, 6 fish, 6 casts, or 7 fish and 7 casts. I'm just gonna torpedo him back over the side. Ready, buddy? Go. Gone to the depths. Again, we're using the bully. It's heavy and it's getting down for these fish.
Knee Lake Resort is located 400 miles north of Winnipeg. The lake is 45 miles long and 5 miles wide. But there's more to Knee Lake than big waters and big fish. There's Knee Lake Lodge itself. It's big, encompassing over 8,700 square feet, containing conference rooms, 2 fireplaces, dining room, lounge, wet bar, and one of the finest kitchens in the north. The private, fully modern 1, 2, and 3 bedroom log cabins are equipped with Franklin stoves, electric heat, double beds, and bathrooms with showers. From the moment you step off the twin turboprop aircraft after a brief 1 hour and 40-minute flight from Winnipeg, you can expect only one thing: the fishing experience of a lifetime.
Now, this guy is moving with some weeds, so we may have a bigger one. We just may have a bigger one here. I don't know, he's taking the weeds too. But even these smaller ones are strong fish in here. He's pulling weed. We'll have to see. Nope. Another axe handle. Well, he's a little better than the last one, but he's still not 40. Still not 40. But deep bellied and nice color. Now there's a pike with some nice color on him. Dandy color. He's got that bully jammed right in his mouth. I'm gonna let my compadre there take that hook out, and he's gonna pass me that fish, because I want to look at the markings on that pike. Now I wonder if he would have got a toothache over that bully. Now if this fish would have been another 10 inches longer, he'd probably be another 15 pounds heavier too. These Knee Lake pike are thick-bellied northerns. Look at the markings on him, and I'm not hurting this fish by holding him like this, but look at the markings. Is that ever pretty? And look at the bite mark he's had from behind the back of the gill from another fish. And I'm not gonna get a bass, so he's just going back quick. Right down. Cast after cast, fish after fish. It's what you call Knee Lake paradise. And this is not the exception. Honestly, this is the rule up at Knee Lake. You listen to your guide. If he wants to take you somewhere, you go where he wants to take you, because these guys are born up here and they know where the fish are. I still don't know whether the Crees are as smart as the Ojibwa, but yeah, give me a Don Cherry, okay? Now, when you come up here, listen to your guides. That's what they're there for. And these guys know where the fish are. And again, this morning we started out with those Berkeley Gulps. Went and had shore lunch after we caught a lot of walleye. I mean, a ton of walleye. We kept 6 for shore lunch. I caught 4, the guide caught 2. So we took 6 in for shore lunch. Look at this, this is another one here. But we caught a ton of walleye this morning, and we're just out here knocking our elbows off with bullies right now. These are impressive fish. Like, that's no slouch of a pike. It's not 40, but that's gonna go 35. They're nice fish. Jamie, unhook him for me. Just leave him right in the water.
And now for the Montana's Cookhouse tip of the week. Slow dragging or slow bumping a jig across a lake bottom is the proper presentation for finicky walleye.
I got my buddy the squirrel chirping over my shoulder. If I learned anything today, it was I got to come out in the water with suntan lotion, even in the mornings when it's cloudy, because we've got bluebird skies right now and the sun's beating down. Again, when you're using grubs, and I'm talking the Berkeley Gulps, use them slow. Just throw them out let the jig land on bottom, and slowly, ever so slowly, bring it back to the boat. And again, these are biodegradable. I'm not going to get into a big talk because I think we're going to have a narration on today's show about them. But these are a breakthrough in the fish and tackle industry. I think we're going to hear a lot about gulps in the next decade. It's the end thing, and it's about to be the end thing. When we were fishing for the walleye, I went out with my 602, and I use the 602 99% of the time when I'm walleye fishing or when I'm bass fishing. It's a great little reel, and that's something I want to talk about. Over the last couple of years, the quality of fishing reels have gone sky high, and actually the price has gone down. In the old days, you'd be paying $300 or $200 to $300 for a reel. Same reel you can get today for $75. And I've got a little reel here that is just dynamite. And you can pick that reel up for probably under $50. 5-6 years ago, you'd be paying $100 for that reel. Both the rods today are lightning rods, and we've got iron silk. And for the walleye, I'm only running 8-pound tests. This line is really something. It's got small diameter, and the abrasion resistance on this is just phenomenal. 3/8 ounce jigs when we were in the shallower water and the calmer water. When we got into the deeper water, I'd go back to a half ounce, but I was never over a half an ounce. And again, I can't stress this enough. Walleye jigging, the word is slow, slow, slow. Keep the line tight at all times. You want to detect the bite. You've got the graphite rods. You've got the fine diameter lines. As long as the line is tight, you're going to feel even the lightest biting walleye. We got out and did some pike fishing. And we usually, I gotta say, use the MEP spinner, the big musky killer and the number 5s. At first I decided to try the wobbler, and it's cast far enough, but it wasn't getting down where the pike were. So I took the wobbler's new relation, and this is the bully. Again, it's wobbler shape. It's got the stabilizing bar down the middle. It's probably, and I don't know for sure, but it's probably twice the weight of a regular Williams wobbler. But this guy can cast farther and falls down to the level that you want to catch these pike. And a lightning rod again. And this is a new level line reel from the folks from Abu Garcia. It's a 5600 DS. I believe it's got 7 ball bearings in it. It allowed me to throw the bully a long way. And again, iron silk. This time I was for the pike. I was probably running about 14-pound test. And whenever you're fishing pike, not walleye, but when you're fishing pike, they've got teeth and plenty of them and sharp teeth. You want a steel-on leader. And this one's probably a 12-incher. And I'm not going to bring up the Lowrance, but we ran the fish finders all the time today, even when we were casting for pike, because we could find the weed beds down under the boat. This water's awful dark, and even with the Polaroid glasses, we needed the fish finders even 6-7 feet of water to see where the weed beds were. From now on, when I go north, it's not going to be plastic grubs. It's going to be the Gulp variety, the biodegradables. I take half-ounce, 3/8 ounce jigs. I take light rods, small rods, inexpensive rods and reels. And when I'm going for pike, it's bullies, MEP spinners, and Williams wobblers, and level line reels for the pike. I'm going to make a real quick trip over and see the boss of the lodge. I want you to meet him because I want him to explain just how he got started in this, and I don't know how he found such a paradise. So stick with us. We're heading back to the lodge at the lake.
Going Fishing returns with the Duquesne Gas Grill Shore Lunch.
Phil Reed, the president and CEO, the head man, the boss honcho of E-Lake Resort. I'm telling you, you've got to be proud of this place.
Absolutely. We truly think that we've got one of the finest facilities around. We've taken a lot of time and a lot of work in putting it together, and hope you are enjoying it.
I had a ball, and I've heard a lot about E-Lake before I came up, right? And I know you guys class it as a 5-star. It's not a 5-star, it's a 7 or an 8. I've never been in accommodations like this. The minute we got off the plane, you guys were there to greet us. Your staff is phenomenal. I don't know how long it takes you to train them.
Thank you.
I've never seen staff like this.
We've got some staff here that's worked for us for 30 plus years. It's a 2 to 3 year period before we'll put anybody in the lake. The nucleus of the staff is year to year, so yeah, it's a real tight group.
We talked. You are at some of the shows, right?
Yes, we are.
But you're also on the internet.
We post almost on a daily basis when the resort's open. We do updates on fish that are caught, letters that people have sent, news and events that are going on, anything special that's been happening at the resort, big fish, amounts of fish. So people can click on the website each day and find a new story.
Okay, Phil, there's going to be a lot of people out there watching this show. They've got the computers. How do they get to your website?
www.kneelake.mb.ca.
I didn't catch that. You want to tell me that one more
I'll
time?
try that again, right. www.kneelake.mb.ca.
I think it's great. So all they got to do is click on and they can find out
Absolutely.
what's going on at Knee Lake.
It's a very simple site to go through. It's got a lot of information. I think everybody will enjoy it.
Thanks for a trip
Thank
of a
you.
lifetime.
Thank you.
Great fishing, great launch.
Great to have you.
Let's go fishing.
You bet.
Jamie Canada, my Cree guide. Hey, I've been with you for 3 days now. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
You want to know something? I've got a buddy about 3,000 miles from here named Jamie, and you guys really look alike, and he does some cooking too. But you were doing this to me all day. What is this?
It's the Don Cherry Thumbs.
Okay, Don Cherry Thumb. You like Don Cherry?
Oh yeah, I love it.
You watch Hockey Night in Canada?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you like better, Don Cherry or Hockey Night in Canada?
Don Cherry.
Hey, me too. I love Don Cherry. As a matter of fact, I don't care if I watch hockey. I like just Coach's Corner, right? I don't think his taste in TV shows going out fishing with guys is as I want to get them on the show. But anyways, what are you doing for us here today?
Today we're having a walleye bake, and actually today with you guys, I'm doing something a little bit different.
You're gonna experiment.
Yeah, experiment.
You're picking on me to experiment, eh?
Yeah. First
Okay.
guy.
So what do? You lay the walleye down first, or what do you put down
I
first?
lay the walleye down first.
Okay, let's throw the walleye down.
Yeah, I put butter in so it won't stick. The fillets won't stick.
Now, doesn't this look delicious? I've got fried walleye, fresh cut potatoes, and I've got baked walleye. Let's try it. And I won't tell Jamie this, but the Crees really are the best cooks in the north. You missed something yesterday. While we were sitting here, we had a visitor, and this happens a lot at Knee Lake Lodge. We were sitting here, and there was probably 10 or 15 of us from Montana's restaurants, and we're all enjoying shore lunch. And all of a sudden, about 600 pounds of black bear comes walking behind us looking for shore lunch too. When you get up here, don't be afraid to really enjoy the potatoes, the fish, and just the experience of being at Knee Lake.
When flying to Winnipeg, Darryl Choronzey and the crew flew WestJet. While staying in Winnipeg, Darryl Choronzey and the crew stay at the Winnipeg 4 Point Sheraton. Going Fishing has been brought to you by Yamaha, when you want the best. Abu Garcia, for life. Berkeley Trilene, Canada's strongest fishing line. And by Montana's Cookhouse Saloon, fresh country cooking. Going Fishing would like to thank the following fine sponsors.
Going